We have 1 day left, 1 day left, 1 day left, 1 day left. 1 day. All right, guys, we have 1 day left till relaunch. I don't know why I'm clapping so hard. Am I ready is the question. I keep saying it. No, I'm gonna be ready for you guys, even if I'm up all night. But I am definitely gonna be ready for you guys. I'm so excited. A new website is gonna launch, all sorts of new services. Before I continue, again, if you have not signed up already, sign up for my newsletter. I will say this till I am blue in the face. If you are on Facebook, it is the blue button above that says sign up. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the bio. Sign up. If you are on Instagram, the link is also in the bio. Sign up. So there's no excuse for you not to sign up. There's no excuse for you to be like, oh, I didn't get the notification. Because people who are on my newsletter, my tribe, my besties, my homies, like I said already, will get notification from me first. That just is what it is. They ride with me, so they're gonna get the notification first. All right, so sign up. So that's that. So today I am actually gonna take a little bit longer for this video as well, because yesterday's video was a little bit long too, but I want to explain what macronutrient counseling is. I have called it nutrition plans or nutrition planning in my bio, but I want to be very specific about what I offer, okay? So I don't offer meal plans, not currently. I am looking into offering that service at some point in the future because I want to be honest with the things that I can do and the things that I can actually offer to you, right? So I'm not gonna act like I can do something that I can't. I really have to invest the time into developing that service offered to you. However, I don't offer specific and specified meal plans, not at this point, but I offer what's called macronutrient counseling, right? For a very, very low price. But again, it's going to be free during the week of my promotion, and I give them in 1 month plans or packages. So what macronutrient counseling is you have the things that you need for your day are called macronutrients. A lot of people know this already. Some people don't. Macronutrients are, you guys hear about them all the time, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. That's literally what macronutrients are. They're the 3 key nutrients that you need in bulk for energy. That's all it is. So now, for your workout or fitness goals, a lot of times people will either hit a wall or when they're just monitoring their exercise, or sometimes people will want the additional nutritional component to get the best results. And I understand that. I think that's why I said I wanted to offer it, is because, clients were always asking me, do I offer nutrition plans, or do I offer nutrition counseling? Do I have meal plans? Even when I did my surveys, when I took a step back from my newsletter for a few months, I did a bunch of surveys, and I said, what is the number 1 thing that you would want to hear or see from my newsletter? And off the bat, a majority of people said more on nutrition. So to meet that need, I'm meeting that need in my newsletter, but I also want to meet that need through my services. So what macronutrient counseling is I help you find your macronutrient intake, okay? And again, some people will say, oh, you can find it on, if it fits your macros, you can find it online, you can find it here. That is very true. I'm not going to lie to you. You can find those numbers there. The limitation of some of these online calculators, though, is that it doesn't have access to actually scanning your body composition in relationship to what your metabolic needs are. I have access to doing that, right? So it's beyond just putting in you're 5'5" and you weigh 180 pounds, because what that actually calculates is it calculates along either the average or the mean, or I don't know what the exact term is, of what someone your height and weight should need. Now, should is very different than what you actually need. And so with me, why I'm offering this service is because we're going to find exactly the amount of calories you need, right? Because if you put in your information among a bunch of these different online calculators, each one is going to say something different. And depending on how you answer some of those questions, it's going to spit out sometimes a very drastically different number. So working with me, we hone in on that exact number and we realistically give it time. So we give you that number for your macro intake. So that's the number of calories you need per day, okay, based on your goals. And then realistically, we monitor it over time, okay? And we adjust if need be. So again, I'm not gonna lie to you, you can find your macro intake on If It Fits Your Macros, and I love If It Fits Your Macros, so this is not me shooting them down or any one of these online calculators. But what I will say is that with me, you have access to really measuring your body composition and what your actual metabolic needs are, what your actual macronutrient intake needs are. And from there, we design a plan based on your goals. And then from there, again, I give you the amount of calories you should get from your macronutrients. That's protein, that's carbs, that's fats. And then in the spirit of If It Fits Your Macros, right? You just have to pay attention to what those, to sticking with those numbers essentially. So with this, which is why I like this, I'm not necessarily dictating what you can or cannot eat. I still encourage, and this is just my approach to nutrition, period. I don't necessarily believe in giving certain things up unless that's your choice, but I believe in balance. I believe in enjoying your food. So I don't like to really say, oh, you can't have that. But the nice thing about that paradigm is that literally, as long as you're within your macronutrient intake for that day, you can eat it. And once you've hit that wall or hit that ceiling, you cannot. So again, some of the tools and the components that I use for this, or some of the apps that I use for this, I use MyFitnessPal, or MyFitnessPal is something that you would be required to download. Again, you could download it for free. And you do not have to be local to Boston to take part in this service. If you are local to Boston, it is more beneficial because again, I do have access to being able to give you your macro intake based on your body composition, your personal body composition, and not what some online calculator says. So I wanted to give you guys a better picture of what that service is, and I wanted to clarify. So that is a service that you will be getting to throughout the 7-day promotion. So that's why I call it macronutrient counseling, or macro counseling for short, and not meal planning. I do not offer meal planning yet. I hope one day I can, guys, but I'm not at that point. But macro counseling, very beneficial service, not super expensive either. And dare I say, I've also spoken to friends who have hired nutritionists that say, you know, it was a waste of money because they kind of give them this very basic generic information that they can get online. Not all nutritionists are like that, so this is not me saying that, but what I wanted to offer was very specific advice and information that you could not get online, and still for a relatively reasonable price. But again, during our promotion, you will have access to those services as well. So again, pay attention to when that will be available, and you can try it out for free to see if you like it and if it's something that you'd like to do moving forward. So again, guys, that's basically it. One day. We're almost there, guys. So again, this is LadyFIT signing off. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, happy, healthy, and safe new year. And I will see you at the relaunch. Peace.